Good day. Welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. It is Sunday, May the 18th, 2025. And it's been overcast, wet, and cold for the last couple of days. 3 days, actually, or since the last video I did on queen piping. And just having a look at the entrance here to High 5. And as you can see, the sun is coming and going, because we have another storm front blowing in on us. So 2 days ago I heard some queen piping in here. So those emergency cells were hatching and the bees were fighting it out. And the other big box, I found 2 dead queens at the front, and I found another dead queen at the front of High 5. So I put them in a little bit of alcohol so I can make some swarm lure. But I take it that there are virgin queens in these boxes, but whether they're going to get a chance to mate or not, I really don't know. With all this Arctic outflow coming at us still, they may not get a chance. And I may have to fall back on my plan B, which involves taking the good queen out of this nuke, putting her in a slow release queen cage and putting her back in there just to keep that colony going, because I really don't want it to turn into a laying worker situation on either one of them. But if I have to, I have to. But I'm going to wait a few more days. We'll have a look in there excuse me, and we'll see what's happening. But I haven't looked in these nukes or this colony, which is Hive 7, for some time. So I just want to have a peek in them and see how they're doing. Let's get you turned around here and set up a bit higher. One thing I've noticed is chalk brood is slowly spreading from the far end up to this nuke. I've seen them dragging out a few dead bees. Oh my goodness. I have been feeding the nukes sugar water just because at the beginning there wasn't many foragers and they've been taking it. Yeah, I know, girls. I know you might not be pleased, but let's have a look, see how you're doing in here. Get away. Oh, and I've got frogs in my throat today. Well, lots of bees there. Yeah, they might be ready for a 10 frame pretty soon. Look at the bees in here. See if I can find a spot of sunshine, see if I can see eggs in here. Now, I don't see eggs in that one, but I do see... Place to stay on that for a minute. I do see lots of nectar. There's probably sugar water. Yeah, I know I'm disturbing you, just when you don't want me to. And they are drawing this one out. This was an undrawn frame. You can see the wax that they've put in there. Is there any eggs in there? Oh, there's freshly hatched larvae in the bottoms of those cells. And the same on this side, there's eggs and larvae. Yeah, I'm not going to keep them out of there too long. Look at the wax they're building here. And I see eggs that are just laying over here. And same on that side. Oh, there's our queen. Right there with the green dot. She still looks pretty good for a 3-year-old, and she's laying an egg. You can see her there just laying an egg. So I think I'll just put them back together and not disturb them any further. They are drawing that comb out. So I'm just going to leave them. Oh, she's not the 3-year-old queen. That's last year's queen. What am I thinking of? So yeah, she's last year's queen. Slide that back on there. And you notice I still got the burlaps in the tops here. Still got it in the tops, all of them. It's just a precaution against the cold. That back on there. So they're all right. Let's have a look in here. They've still got the Hive Alive patty in there, and they're still up in there chewing away at it. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. Where did I throw the... lost my hive tool there. Yeah. Well, so the bees have moved up here. Lots of bees. So they're building up to where they could use a honey super in the next couple of weeks. Set you over there. Not much going on there. Well, that's got bee bread and nectar in it. I see the next frame's got brood. Yeah, there's a good pattern of brood there. And fresh larvae down in those cells there. Lots of grubs there. And freshly hatched bees at the end, so. There's some older brood. See, right on those cells there's a couple of chalk brood cells. I noticed that the bees are being very hygienic about pulling that stuff out and getting rid of it. But it just has not warmed up to the point where it can be of any help to the bees at all. Oh, there's a good frame of brood, and I can see chalk brood in there too. There's the start of some queen cells. Take that old comb off of there. The next frame is all brood, so I'm not going to dig into them any further. They've got lots of space still on the outsides. Yeah, there's plenty of space there. You can see there's only bees in the middle. There's nothing over here. There's no bees over here at all. That's the odd one, but it's not packed out to where they need any more expansion room. Jiggle that back and forth a little bit because they've got burr comb on the bottom of that. Oop. So the only other one I want to look at really quickly is this nuke. Again, I've got the burlap in here, and I've got my sugar feeders, and they've emptied that. So I'm going to have to make a bit more sugar water for them. I only do that just because, like I said, when they first start out, there's not many foragers, and the sugar water gives them something to do. And plus it simulates bringing in nectar, and it helps the queen keep going. Yeah, these frames are really tight, so I hope the queen isn't up here. Come on. Come on. So that's bee bread and nectar on that frame. Yeah, bring you over here where you can see. This is full of eggs. And they've repaired. Now, a couple of these frames I cut out old comb that had dead brood, moldy brood in it. And they've already started repairing that, putting new comb in there. I don't know how well that shows up. You can see the new comb and the old comb. There's the new comb there. That's the old comb. And that is full of eggs. And there seems to be a good population of bees in here, so they'll need a 10 frame pretty soon too. But I think they're okay for the time being. So that's good. I just wanted to see how they were making out. Alright, get you back over where you were. Nice and warm. Generating a lot of heat. Yeah, when I was building these nukes, I sort of measured up the width for a frame, so I made the end pieces almost to that exact dimension instead of giving them another 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch of space. So the frames fit in there really snugly, and it's kind of worrisome at times that if I pull a frame out, I could roll the queen if she just happens to be on those frames. So I guess the rest of my day is going to be, look at this fella, go away, is going to be sorting out some 10 frames for these girls to go into. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'm going to wait. We're supposed to have maybe some good weather Tuesday or Wednesday. And I might have a quick look in these bigger boxes to see if those new queens have mated or not. But I don't know. Only time will tell. And like I said, my backup plan is to, if they don't get mated, is to take them queens out and take the queens out of the nukes that came from those boxes and introduce them back in there to keep them going. And then the nukes can raise a new queen on their own. So, like, I'm not too worried about them making honey this year, but I'd really hate to see these big boxes fail just because of the weather. So anyway, hope you're all having a great Sunday and you're having nice weather and stuff, and your bees are doing well. And I'll talk to you again on the next video. Bye for now.